Hey traders, Todd Gordon here of tradinganalysis.com. This is going to be a free video update. This is for Thursday, July 2nd. And today we're talking Cigna. The insurance group has been extremely strong. There's a lot of M&A activity going on in there. And plus, even before that, this move that we've seen down in bonds, up in bond yields, the rise in interest rates is really boosting insurance companies. So Cigna is really moving here. We are looking at a very strong uptrend here on the weekly. So we're going to go down from the weekly to the 180-minute chart and work this guy. So using Elliott, we're doing Elliott Wave here with advanced get from eSignal. You can see that the system has called out a first wave, a second wave pullback, a nice ABC pullback, sharp rally up in a third wave. Now we're doing another red A, B, C. That's a flat correction right there. 5 waves down in C. So we have a nice fourth wave. Now, the first thing here, if you don't know anything about Elliott, the first thing you want to keep an eye on here is the top of wave 1. That is the point at which wave 4 should find support because you can't move into the territory of wave 1. All right, so that's going to be our first little boundary there. I'll just push this guy down. That should act as support. Now, the second part is, Advanced Get is giving us a 73 PTI reading, so that is well above the required low reading. Basically, that means the probability of a wave 4 pullback holding is high. These lines right here are possible support levels for the fourth wave. Also, we have the Get oscillator pulling back to 0, which we like, and stochastics are pinned down towards the lower end of the range. So everything is setting up for a long setup. Not good enough yet. All right, so let's keep going. I want to find out exactly how far this fourth wave could last. So what I'll do is take my Fib extension tool here, and I like to do 2 measurements. I like to do the distance traveled in the second wave and compare it to the ongoing distance in the fourth wave. So I'll take my extension tool, click the beginning of 2 down to the end of 2, okay? And then I'm going to project it up off the top of wave 3. Okay, what you'll notice is that 100%, okay, so basically whatever distance travel this was, about $10, is equal to the current pullback here at $161.08. Below that, we have the 1272, and let me slide him over. 1272, 158, and 154. All right, so I'm going to get rid of 202.618 to keep it clear. Okay, so that's good. So now we have a nice zone from 161 down to 155. Okay, now the second study I want to do is I want to do a Fibonacci retracement of wave 3 to figure out where wave 4 should end. So what I'm doing is stacking 2 Fibonacci studies to kind of what I call stack the zone to find your FSZ, Fib support zone, in the fourth wave. Okay, so let me just kind of zoom in here a little bit. I'm going to go from the beginning of wave 3 up to the end of wave 3, which will give us a projected point, ending point in wave 4. Now, here's where things get a little messy, so you got to kind of stretch the chart apart and look for the agreement between the Fib. Now, we have a pair of Fib supports, the 23% retracement as well as the 100% projection. It tried to hold, but it looks like we want to go down and reach for this pair down here as well as this pair down here. So this is helping us kind of zoom in a little bit more and identify this support zone between 158 and 153 as a potential entry. Now, how far can this trade go on the top side? We'll get to that in 1 second, okay? But first, how do you enter this, all right? Now, we could snap higher from here and just hold this very shallow little support zone that we just identified right here. So the way you could do this is take like a half entry, do a half entry here, and then be willing to enter at the lower Fib support zone. Okay, it's not averaging down. Okay, this is a very solid and well-researched wave 4 support zone. It's not averaging down. There's a difference. Okay, the point when we start breaking below here, okay, below 145, you want out. Basically, you want to get as long as you can, as close as you can to this point because that's the invalidation. That's when the trade needs to go off. So you can use these as 2 entry zones with stops below wave count validation below 143. Okay, if you're an option trader, you could like sell credit spreads. You could sell like a 160, 155 credit spread. Even if you're more conservative, you could sell something like a 155, 152, and you could sell spreads below because volatility is quite high here in the insurance names. Or If you want to do it in the debit spread, you could do it this way. You could buy the at the money's like 161s and sell up top, sell like 171, do a $10 wide call spread. A couple different ways you could trade this, okay? But how far do I think this move should go? Well, you're going to do an external retracement of wherever wave 4 ends. You're going to look for the 1272, which is going to be at 173. And then behind that, I want to pull in the 1.618. And that is going to be at 177. All right. So that's the complete trade plan from A to Z using Elliott, using Fib, wave 4 pullback in Cigna. We got your stop, you got your entry, a couple different option strategies, and your upside take profit. All right, guys, for tradinganalysis.com, I'm Todd Gordon. See you in the next video.